Hi guys, this is just a video to help you learn how to do the problems that you missed on your quiz. This is your very last quiz on this semester of geometry, so great job. We are just going to have a circle test next week, and that is it. So let's go ahead and talk through some of these answers. So this is again circle quiz 1, 2. All right, so first one, this one wants you to find the angle of x. So this is an inscribed angle. So we know that the inscribed angle is half of this big arc. So one way to do this is you know that 9x plus 40 divided by 2 is going to equal 83 degrees. So then what you can do is you can solve algebraically. First thing you'd probably do is multiply both sides by 2. So then you would get 9x plus 40 is equal to 166. Subtract 40 from both sides. So you get 9x is equal to 126 divided by 9. You'll get x is equal to 14 for this first answer. So hopefully that's what you guys got in this problem. Okay, question number 2. It says find the measure of arc WX. So you guys are looking for this arc right here. Now, first thing you should notice is you should notice that both of the angle V and angle Y right here are the inscribed angles of that same arc. So they have the same intercepted arc. So what that means is that these two angles are going to be congruent to each other. So the way you're going to solve this is you're going to take 6x minus 7. You're going to set it equal to 10x minus 47. And then you're going to do your algebra and solve. So let's see, subtract 6x, add 47. So we'll get 40 is equal to 4x. So then that means, x is going to be 10. Now again, this is the problem that hopefully you didn't stop there. You want to find the measure of this entire arc. So you have to find the measure of one of these angles. So let's plug it into this angle. So if I do 10 times 10 minus 47, that'd be 100 minus 47, so 53 degrees. So it means this angle is 53 degrees. And remember, the inscribed angle is half of the arc. So to get this arc, you're just going to do 2 times 53, and you'll get that your arc is 106 degrees. So the measure of arc WX is 106 degrees. So hopefully that's what you guys have put in. Okay, next one, you have an inscribed quadrilateral, and hopefully you did a little practice where you realize that opposite angles here are going to always add up to 180 degrees. So what you guys can do is you can do 8x minus 31 plus 4x plus 7 should equal 180 degrees. Combine like terms, so you'll get 12x if you do 8x plus 4x, and then this would be negative 24 if you combine the negative 31 and the 7, equals 180. Add 24 to both sides. So you get 12x is equal to 204. Divide by 12, x should be 17. And then again, it wants you to find an angle. So make sure you go back. It wants you to find this angle DGF. So I'm going to plug it back into this formula right here. So angle DGF is equal to 4 times, we said x was 17, plus 7. Plug that in your calculator. You should get the answer to this one is 75 degrees. Awesome. Question number 4. It says, which of the following makes QR tangent to circle S? So you're trying to figure out if this angle is a 90-degree angle. So do the Pythagorean theorem. So in this first one, I'm going to see if 12 squared plus 8 squared equals, so question mark because we don't know. And then this one's kind of mean. So this length right here is 8. So that means this whole side length is 15. You want to know if it's equal to 15 squared. So be careful with the radius and the radii. Okay, so let's see. If I do 12 squared plus 8 squared, that becomes 208. And then 15 squared is 225. So those are not equal, which means that this is not a 90-degree angle, so QR is not tangent. So it can't be this one. Okay, this one has a radius of 7.2, so that means this is also 7.2, which makes this whole side 14.4. And then I'm trying to see if this angle is a 90-degree angle, so let's do Pythagorean theorem again. So if I do 10.8 squared plus 14.4 squared, we want to see if that equals 18 squared. So 10.10 squared plus 14.4, this becomes 324, and 18 squared is also 324. So since those are equal, then you know that QR is tangent to circle S. So that means your answer for this one should have been B. Awesome. Next one, it says find the length of AC. So you're looking for this length. And then it says assume AB is tangent to circle C. So if you assume that it's tangent, that means that is a 90-degree angle. And now to find the length of AC, you just do Pythagorean theorem. So 21 squared plus 10 squared equals AC squared. And then take a square root of both sides, you'll get AC all by itself. So if I do the square root of, and this becomes 541, that makes AC about 23.26. So if you round it appropriately, this one does round up, so you want to make it 23.26, not 0.25, and that would be your final answer for this one. Okay, number 6, it says find the measure of arc JH. So notice that these are being intersecting on the inside of the circle. So what that means is you take your two arcs divided by 2 should equal your inside angle. So let's just call this X for now. So if I do 76 plus X divided by 2, I know that's going to equal the angle on the inside of those intercepted arcs, which is 55. Then you just do some algebra, multiply by 2. So you get 76 plus X is equal to 110. Subtract 76 and you'll get X is 34. So that means the measure of your arc JH should be 34 degrees. Awesome. 3 more. The measure of arc BEA. So I want to know the measure of this entire arc right here. So they give us this angle, and again, this is your secant and your tangent, and they're hitting and intersecting at that point of tangency. So if this angle is 74, that means the arc AB is double that. So to get arc AB here, measure of arc AB, that is equal to 2 times 74. And if I do 2 times 74 in this case, that would become, let's see, this is 2 times 74 is 148. And then I know that I have my full circle at this point. So if I want to find the measure of arc BEA, I can just do 360 minus 148. And I get that that arc is going to be 212 degrees. So measure of arc BEA is equal to 212 degrees. And there's lots of ways to do this. So if you guys did that a different way, like if this is 180, you could have found this angle and doubled it to get this arc. That also works. Okay, this one wants you to find the angle of, measure of angle TUV. So this angle right here. All right, so this one is intersecting outside and it is 2 secants. So this is the one where you take big arc, 145, minus small arc, 53, divided by 2, and that's going to equal your angle on the outside. So just do 145 minus 53, this becomes 92, divided by 2, that becomes 46. So your measure of angle TUV is equal to 46 degrees. All right, let's see what we got in this one. So we know ML, measure of arc ML is equal to this algebraic expression. Measure of arc JK is equal to this algebraic expression. And then measure of angle MNL, so this angle right here, is equal to that expression. So we know that this is a formula, and then we just have to plug it back in and find the angle of that arc. So they are intersecting inside, so that means we add the red and the purple. So if I do 11x minus 5 plus 4x plus 26, and excuse me, divide by 2, that is going to equal the angle on the inside, which is represented by the 10x minus 12. So let's do a little bit of algebra. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the 2 in the denominator right here, and then I'm going to combine like terms. So if I do 11x plus 4, that becomes 15x. And then if I do 26 minus 5, that becomes plus 21. And then I'm going to distribute over here. So this becomes 20x minus 24. And then I'm just going to solve. So subtract 15x, add 24. So we'll get 45 is equal to 5x, so then x is going to be 9. And then remember, this is the double loaded question. They want you to find this angle. So you got to take this and plug it back in here to find the angle. So measure of angle MNL is equal to 10 times 9 minus 12. So 78 degrees if you plug that into your calculator. Oh, you guys weren't seeing that. So you just plug it back in here. 10 times 9 minus 12 is going to be 78 degrees. All right, last question. Similar, but it's intersecting outside. So we've got arc SW is this algebraic expression. Arc TV is this algebraic expression, and then the angle on the outside out here is equal to this. So we know since it's intersecting outside, it's the bigger arc, the red arc, so 12x minus 5, minus the small arc. Now this is where you have to be really careful with your algebra because it's minus that entire purple arc right there. And then we know that if we divide that by 2, that is going to equal our angle, which is 6x minus 19. Okay, so same thing we did in the last problem. It's going to take some combining. So I'm going to distribute the negative in the numerator. So I'm going to get this to be 12x minus 5 minus 2x minus 7 over 2 is equal to this. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the 2 in the denominator, and then I'm going to combine like terms up here. So 12x minus 2x is 10x, and then 5 minus 7 is going to be negative 12. And I'm going to distribute this, so 6x times 2 is 12x, and then this is minus 38. Combine like terms, so let's see, add 38 to both sides, minus 10x. Then we get this to be 26 equals 2x, so then x is going to be 13. And then they did want us to find the measure of arc SW, so you have to come back up here and plug it into this formula. So your measure of SW is equal to 12, x was 13, minus 5. So 12 times 13 minus 5 is 151 degrees. So the measure of this arc SW is 151. All right, I hope that helps, and I hope you guys are able to understand how to do these circle things, because this is what your test is going to be on next week. Please reach out if you guys have any questions, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye, guys.